Hey, welcome back to Painters Guild. I'm Will Friedle, and once again you are here to join me on this journey as we watch me try to suck just a little bit less at painting minis. It's been an interesting ride so far, and we are joined today with another very special guest. His name is Mr. Brian Merlonghi. Did I say that right?
Yeah, you got it.
Yes!
You're Italian.
I'm getting there.
Probably not.
Brian is a phenomenal painter of minis. Has won many awards doing so, if I'm correct in saying,
yeah.
And is here to teach me some of the finer techniques, so why don't we roll up our sleeves and jump right into it.
Mine are already...
That's all right, just watch me do it. Okay, so what do you got for me today? What are we starting with? What are we working with? What are we painting? Let's go.
All right, well, first, I just wanted to show you kind of something I've been working on for months. And, you know, I wanted to have a real impact on the show with something kind of like my best work.
Okay,
right?
Fair enough.
And so this figure here is really absolutely extraordinary in a lot of ways.
What is this?
Because, well, it's... You know, I'm a master painter, so I brought a master painted figure. He had a lot of struggles in life.
Apparently. All right, so we are not painting this week.
No,
then,
no. Unfortunately, I had to show because I'm very proud of this figure.
Nice.
Very proud. But no. So what we're gonna do? So I'd like to show the end product. So we're gonna do.
Wow.
This is the Abomination from Cool Mini or Not's Zombicide Black Plate, and yeah. So this figure took about a day to paint. From start to finish.
Incredibly detailed.
Yeah, that one. I love the details. I love doing undead skin and weathering it and making it look pockmarked and just gross.
Yeah, this is incredible. Okay, so obviously, this is what you're gonna finish with. We'll see where I end up.
Oh, you'll get there.
But where do we start from here then? If this is the figure that we're gonna, this is the end spot.
That is the end spot.
Where's the beginning? Where are we starting?
So this is the beginning, and this is actually perfect. This is the base coat, and it's the one step after priming.
Okay, and now all these are primed. The brown is primed, the green is primed, everything. The pink is primed. We're all good to go.
So this was primed white, allowing a lot of the colors to be kind of radiant.
Cool.
We're going to be darkening up, as you can see, with washes. So I wanted to start really bright.
Why did you go with pink, curiously?
So I love hyperrealism. I love, in my style and everything, I love to match life. And so the pink doesn't exist in life, but it does after a body has been decomposing in water for a really long time. And so...
Okay, fair enough.
How I know this, I won't tell the camera.
Okay, well, I don't want. Let's assume it was a Law and Order episode and just call it a day. Why don't we do that?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah,
dun, dun.
Just a really long one.
So good. What do you got for us? What would our first step be?
So one of the things that I teach when I'm not painting commissions, I teach, and I have a lot of kids. They generally have a lot of hand control issues and everything like that. So over the years, I have developed a way to really improve hand control. So this is actually the top of
these caps?
Yeah, it's a bottle top.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a bottle top to a Neuro energy drink.
So you cover the figure like this.
Exactly.
I still don't understand how this helps.
And you don't ever need to paint it because no one will ever
it's just
see
covered.
it.
I swear it looks good. That's all you got to do. Okay, cool. So I assume we stick it to the top somehow.
So to get it to stick, you can at any craft store you can get blue tack. This is just really sticky blue stuff.
Okay.
So stick it there. Put your figure on top. Really squeeze it. The good thing about blue tack is it will not run off on the bottom of your figure.
You're also not going to break the base, right?
And you're not. No, this is super hardy. So yeah. So really squeeze it on there. Make sure it's not going anywhere. And then now you're good. The next step is the wash. Because we're actually doing skin, we can actually hit it with a wash and do a little bit more advanced work where we can get a little bit of textured, kind of modeled undead skin.
And now we're hitting just the pink, right? We're going to be hitting...
We're going to start on the pink, but eventually we're going to wash everything.
Okay.
But this is going to be a little bit more strategic. We're actually going to apply wash to each area, but a different colored wash. So how I like to do my washes is I match the colors. So if I've got a pink skin, I generally want, your wash is always darker than the base coat. It doesn't have to be a lot darker, but it has to be darker.
Okay.
So what's darker than pink? Purple. So we've got, this is Citadel's Druchii Violet.
Okay.
And they
just the name sells me.
Oh, Druchii Violet's awesome. And they've expanded over the years there. So I'm sure in like 10 years, this bottle's going to be like this tall.
Sweet.
But yeah, so that's a wash. It's just really watered down paint with a little bit of a medium to make it runny. And then we're going to get, so there are a lot of different paintbrushes. The idea is that you want a good body to the paintbrush, to the tip.
Okay.
Because you want to hold a good amount of wash.
That makes sense.
I usually like to dump wash on because it takes a lot less time.
Okay. Really? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You dump it on and then you move it.
Okay.
It's dump and move.
Dump it. So how would you dump and move then?
So dump and move, you just take a bunch of it, and I load my brush up. Like I just load it up so that it's completely saturated.
Okay.
And then I start from the high points because it's gonna drip down, right?
Use the old gravity.
So what we're gonna do is
Mr. Newton.
We're gonna start at the here.
Well, can I have a brush? I want to play.
Oh I feel really bad now. I feel like I'm depriving you of the enjoyment of this.
It's like, no, I don't need to play kickball. I'll just watch you.
Perfect. There you go.
All right.
That is gonna be perfect.
Ooh, this is a different kind of brush.
Now here's another thing.
Like
water is also very important.
Okay.
And then we'll get you. Here's a paper towel.
Yeah, I will be needing that.
Or a bib. I don't know. Paper towel or bib.
I've got the shirt's not mine.
Oh, good. Okay. So what I like to do, and to even get it more flowy, what I do is I actually add a drop of water.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I just start, and I let it drip down, and if it's not flowing, I just encourage it with my brush. As you can see here.
Encourage the flow.
I encourage the flow.
Brush.
And you actually...
Am I doing this right?
No, perfect. Sweet. But, so the key with the wash is, this is not painting per se. Like painting is kind of these nice, like I see you kind of stroking it, right? Kind of like that. A lot with the wash is letting water do its job. So you kind of just really... You want to, I even add water.
That's what you said. I put a little drop on there.
Just add some water to really let it flow down. So this is a little bit more advanced.
Okay. Well, that's good.
Yeah. When you add water and it flows, it actually removes it from kind of the higher surfaces, which actually shades the mini. It auto shades. Whereas if you were kind of do a nice uniform wash, it would all look the same. Whereas with the water, it actually flows away from the high points, which causes it to shade it.
Now, what if it gets on some of the green and stuff like that?
It's fine. Okay. Totally fine. And that's the awesome thing about the wash stage is, since you've got your base coat, you can just go ahead back in with your base coat color. You didn't mix it. You didn't take like 10 hours to mix the base coat. It's just right out of the bottle.
So how's this looking?
Oh, it's looking awesome.
Yeah, we're
totally. Oh, yeah.
Sweet.
Oh, totally.
I'm letting the water do its job, like in the shower.
Yes.
That's how I put it in my head.
That's exactly right.
There you go.
So wash, water, wash, water.
Wash, water, wash, water. And it's okay. So, I mean, again, if I'm painting from the top, I want to hold it up so the water's kind of dripping down to get kind of the cascading effect.
Totally, yeah.
Okay.
And that's where you'll get, like, if you can tell on my figure here, you'll see us really nice pooling.
Yeah.
Right in the, and that's exactly.
I've got pooling right there in his pit.
It's a pool in his pit.
That's a pit pool right there, my friend. That's all that is. It's Deadpool's little brother that nobody likes, Pit Pool. There we go.
That's perfect.
Oh, look at that. All right, let the water do its job.
And
you can already see where it with the kind of the cascading effect and everything. You're already kind of getting. I know exactly. I don't know the terminology, but I know exactly what the shading, the highlighting that you're getting from just having the water kind of come in.
Yeah. Now try adding a little more water.
Even more?
Yeah. Because so a lot of the time a wash is super uneven, and you get this really kind of gross modeling effect, which might be good for undead skin.
Right.
The more water you use, the more it'll flow into the recesses, and it'll become a little bit less mottled.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, so really add the water.
Oh yeah. And then you just encourage the droplet.
Come on, droplet. You're doing great.
You encourage.
See? Just encouraging my droplet.
It's really it.
Hashtag encourage the droplet. There we go. All right.
Yeah, you encourage it down into the pit, into all the little pits. And this technique is the best when you've got a model that's got a lot of recesses. Because
well, like this one, which is the perfect type, the sinew
perfect.
and the the muscular kind of nature. It looks a lot like me with my shirt off. I just noticed the kind of similarities between the two.
Exactly.
I don't have the bloated skin, just the musculature. The wash painting compared to the painting I did in our last episode seems a lot more forgiving.
Yes. Oh, it is.
Like, it seems like the
Yes.
wash itself is doing the work for me.
It is.
And where if it was paint and it would pool up and look terrible, with the wash it pools up and I go, damn, that looks cool.
Yep.
So it seems like it is a far more kind of forgiving process so far.
So mine's just about done.
I think mine is too, actually. I'm pretty happy so far with what he's looking like.
Let's see here. Yeah, this is looking good. And you've even got, and this is the coolest part about washes.
Okay.
Is they have a mind of their own sometimes, and they do really weird things. Like, you've got this crazy, weird line here.
Well, I went over a couple spots of that with just straight out of the purple.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. And it actually, you won't even need to touch that at the end stage, because it looks like someone's hand painted in, like dead sort of.
Well, I did. Let's pretend that's what I meant to do.
All right. That's why I love washes for dead skin.
Because it seems not only like it's less forgiving, but it seems like it's doing a lot of the work for me.
Totally.
And it's kind of making me look like a badass artist when, again, I'm not.
It actually is. Yeah, but this one particular, like, I fixate. I'm a big fixator.
Sure, well, yeah.
That part there is like master level. Like that right there is epic. That is incredible.
Sweet.
Yeah, you nailed it. Mine's a little more nuanced. I'm not sure if you can tell.
Oh no, I totally can.
With the camera. It's just years of doing it.
But so again, why is it more nuanced?
Here, if you can see, a great lesson here is this giant muscle here on the forearm.
Yeah.
It's a really flat surface, so things are going to run off it. So while I am doing my work, I'm adding the wash here like this, and then I'm just removing it very quickly down. And I'm doing this without even really thinking, because I've been doing this for so many years.
Sure. Well, that's where the technique comes in.
Exactly. And a lot of it is the application and then very quick removal.
Now, do I dry the brush before I remove?
You can. When you do very advanced washing, you will.
Okay.
And you can actually get a very airbrush effect by doing that. But that's something we can cover later.
So does that look better then?
It looks better. Now add even a little bit of water, and you really want it to whisk away fairly quickly. Now the longer you let the wash sit on the surface, the more you're going to get this mottled appearance.
Sure.
It's very common for beginners to get, once they're done a wash, it looks mottled. It looks like, and for undead skin it's good, but let's say you're doing...
Yeah, so anything other than undead skin, it's not going to look as great.
It's not going to look quite as good. So that is what the water is for.
All right, so we finished. It looks like at least we're a little bit finished with the first wash we did.
Yeah.
Taking the pink and turning, you said paint everything pink purple.
Pink purple.
Which we've done.
Yep.
So, and do we want to keep the pooling and stuff like that in certain places?
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially in the pits. Because that's your contrast.
Right, okay.
So in the industry, we call it pop. To create this pop, you'll notice, honestly, all painting is, for miniatures, is dark and light. Dark next to light.
Okay.
And you can see here, I've just put wash in the cracks and then lighten my skin tones around it.
Oh, that makes sense.
And that creates the 3D pop that has everybody like, whoa, what is that?
Okay.
Right?
The new hashtag has to be washing your cracks.
Wash your...
That's what I love. That is the hashtag du jour, is washing your cracks, my friend. Let the water do the work and washing your cracks.
Washing your crack. So we've done the skin. Now we have the green, we have the tan, and we've got the brown. So now we're going to... I'm always match colors.
Are we done with the purple?
We're done with the purple.
All right, because I am going to spill it.
Perfect. That's good. Then we can wash the table.
Washing my brushes.
GW, I particularly like GW's washes.
Okay.
Now, a lot of different companies have different washes. GW's Agrax Earthshade is the go-to for anything either green or brown.
Okay.
So Agrax is brown. I like to use Agrax on my greens too. Now there is a green wash called Anthonian Camo Shade.
Of course.
I actually like the brown.
For just the brown or for the green as well?
For the green and the brown.
Oh, really? Okay.
I do.
Are you watering it as well or no?
Not for this.
Okay.
So for skin, I like to use a lot of water.
Because then it has the cascading effect and it gets in the cracks.
Yes.
And it's all the shadows and everything else. Okay.
Exactly. Now for clothing, especially because this guy's supposed to be dirty, for clothing, you really want to just fresh out of the bottle.
Okay.
And you still want it to put it in the cracks. So you still want the same concept. Washing the cracks, it's like for life. Washing the cracks for life.
I can't.
It's for life. And the reason I like the brown is because it looks dirty. There's no really better way to...
And we can do this over the green as well.
Over the green. Don't try not to get it on the tan because there's a special... There's
on the rope.
On the rope,
Gotcha.
But the brown and the green, I use this brown wash.
And this time we don't want the cascade effect. We don't want it...
You still want it in the cracks.
Yeah, right, but you don't want it to like roll down over the pink and over everything else.
Right, you're trying not to get it on the pink. And honestly, the more wash you use, now don't go too crazy, but the more wash you use, the more grimy and dirty it'll look.
Now, here's my question. So I've just done one side. Mm-hmm. Should I then do the other side and then come back and give that a little time to dry? You don't want to just keep throwing it on, right?
And this stuff dries really fast.
Okay.
So I generally put one coat first over everywhere. And then I come back once it's dried and do a second. And if you can see, I mean, it's really, this is effortless, high level
painting
detailing. Yeah, I mean, over something that you want looking dirty, muddy, whatever, it's effortless.
All right, so now I've done the back. I can go back to the front, right?
Well, you got a big old here.
Oh, that's right. We're doing. I keep thinking it's
everything.
Just the green,
brown,
but it's the brown too.
Brown. I do brown wash on everything. Washes are invaluable for anything weathered. Any weathering, anything old, anything you want to add a lot of personality to. Washes are.
Well, again, it seems like that's kind of.
Oh yeah.
We're talking about giving the mini personality.
Right. In fact, I will show you. So this is an X-Wing that I've done. There is not a single lick of paint on this figure.
Really?
Yeah, not a single lick of paint. This is...
Wow.
And I've actually I've done only half of it to show. So the white is primer. It's just pure primer.
Okay.
Everything else is a wash. Now
really?
I used Agrax, I used Sepia, I used Reichland, which is a red wash. And I used Nuln Oil, which is a black wash, and that is all this is.
Jeez,
it's just washes.
What do you think?
See, yours actually, I'll be honest, yours looks deader than mine.
Is that a good thing?
In this case, yes.
Okay, good. That's sweet. My mistakes are working for me.
No, it's good.
It's so different than the SATs.
That's good.
Yeah. So what are we doing with? So what we got?
So
the purple's done. We got the brown wash done.
The purple's done.
And now you said we're going to tan. This
now we're
going
to
sepia?
Tan. Yeah, this is my favorite.
Okay.
So this is really cool, and it's straight out of the bottle.
And we're going
straight onto the noose.
The noose.
The little socks.
His little socks.
And the little rope around his thing. And you know what? You can even do the little white, because we're going to make the thing sticking out of his arms wood. So you can actually even do those.
Okay.
And his teeth. Anything white or light colored. And it is just incredible. Like, the sepia is just... That is my favorite. And you'll notice on some figures that the wash will not adhere the first time.
I noticed that myself. Yes. It's kind of... It doesn't really stick there the first time.
It'll wash right down into a deeper crack. And you know what? It's okay. What you'll just have to do is double coat it.
Okay.
Right.
And do what we did last time. Start, do everything, and then go back and hit it again.
Exactly, yeah. If you've noticed, the noose is where I'm having the most trouble. I'm
do you
not
want me to help
getting
you out?
it. Yeah, can you?
Sure.
No, I'm not. So the noose, if you can tell, so some of your figures may actually have areas where the indentation is not deep enough. And so a wash is really going to
It won't find the crack.
It won't find the crack.
I know what's coming.
You know where we're going. Exactly. So, and in that case, you just gotta have to be persistent.
Now, should Do you let it dry and hit it again, let it dry and hit it again, or just keep putting the wash on it?
The other thing you can do is you let it run off into the cracks around it.
Okay.
And then let it dry a little bit.
And that'll give it a little more of the pop you're talking about.
It'll give it tack so that then you can then take it and put it into recesses.
Almost like a primer.
Exactly.
Kind of, okay.
Yeah. And so what I just did, and I just fixed myself, is the sepia has been running off the noose and into the crack around it.
That's mine too.
Yeah, exactly. And so I'll let it dry in the crack there and then take it and put it into the noose strings.
So now what happens, because when I'm doing it, it's kind of pools around the bottom there.
It's fine.
That's okay?
That's totally fine.
Because are we going to do the base as well at some point?
So actually, this does bring up a good point. So wicking, or sucking it out of the crack, as I often explain to my classes, you dry your brush.
Wow, it works. Totally works.
You dry your brush.
Yeah.
And then you just touch the tip of the brush to any pool of paint, and it'll magically remove it. And you really get a nice clean finish when you do that.
All right, well, I mean, I gotta be honest with you, I think right now this is about all I can do when it comes to this part of the washing. What do you think? How am I doing so far?
Let's compare.
Please do.
So, let's see. Oh man, they're almost identical. I mean, it's really incredible to see how you have picked this up. Yeah, so you've got...
See, it's a little more, I see what you're saying. Yours is
a little more modeled.
Yeah, it is, definitely.
And this is just years of doing it. And then another lesson on a little more nuanced wash. But in a way, this has got a lot more personality.
That's one way of putting it.
But it looks incredible. You've got all the dark spots. You've got your contrast built in. So then when you put your first level of highlights, etc., it's just going to pop.
Okay,
it's
cool.
It's going to be, so we're good to go.
Well, thank you. I think we're going to probably wrap it up there for this episode, but we're getting there. We're getting there slowly. Thank you so much, Brian, for coming, for teaching us. I think we're going to be able to have you around for another one.
Awesome.
To kind of maybe move this one step further so we can get this guy, hopefully, to look like this guy. It's going to take a while, and it's going to take some persistence, but I think we're going to get there. So, again, thanks for stopping by.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate you being here. Yeah. And remember, every great masterpiece started with a single brush stroke.